my head. You should let go. It's over my head. I don't wanna pass.
Hello. About a year ago, I started this channel with the hopes of sharing lessons that I learned in my 20s that I thought would be applicable to life no matter what age you are. It was throughout that first video and in filming subsequent videos that I realized that there were experiences and lessons that I was not equipped to speak on yet. And so trust that the time away has been good, and in resetting and reintroducing myself and this channel, my focus is less on life lessons and more on the reflections and current processes that I might be going through in life. So with that, this video is titled, Why Should the End Be Any Different? And for context, last weekend I ran the 2025 Mesa Marathon. This race was the final stop in a training block that started almost a year ago. In 2024, I was originally set to run the Chicago Marathon, but I dropped out of the race. And in conversations with my coach, Mesa was within a good window to not trash the training I had done, but to be able to take a break and then reset and finish a good training block. In 2024, I ran the most miles that I had ever run in a single year, and I was consistently doing the workouts and showing up for gym sessions. In so many of the foundational aspects of running, I was nailing it. In the last few weeks leading up to the Mesa Marathon, I would tell people that I was excited to race, but I was more excited to finally be done with the training block. I hadn't raced a marathon since New York City in 2023, and I love running, but the constant mental framing of chasing a race was just starting to lose its luster. And so when I was in the marathon last week, I was so excited. Every mile felt like I was getting closer to the end. And then at mile 14, my quad started cramping. And at first, I was mostly annoyed that I would need to potentially slow down my, ending, my goal. I originally started the race and I wanted to run a 2:56, but as the race progressed, it just was farther and farther out of reach. But this isn't a video or a story about the gradual unraveling of a race, and this isn't a channel dedicated to running. Bad races happen, and this is a reflection on what we look forward to when we mark something as the end. When we finish or quit something, we often frame things that we are so excited to leave behind. I can't wait to not have to deal with this. Or I'm excited to not do homework ever again. I'm glad I don't need to date anymore. In some ways, we get endings all wrong. Sure, an ending might mean you get to put something down, but as humans, we're pretty skilled at finding something else to pick up. And in hindsight, my excitement in how I framed the end of the race should have been a red flag. I wasn't celebrating my hard work or resilience or perseverance. When we start talking about how excited we are to finally be done, it's a pretty good indication that somewhere along the way we've lost the joy in the doing. When you're consumed by the love and the passion to do something, time flies. You can't hold on to it. The same can't be said about something when you're counting down the days for the purpose of completely being done with that thing. And I had taken my love for running and my exhaustion from the last year, and I had tried to mix those two things together. In reality, it was my exhaustion that I was hoping to get rid of, and I made the mistake of thinking that running was the culprit. So I want to ask you to think about this week. If you find yourself in a space where you look forward only to the ending, then when you get to the end, why should it be any different?
Rat race, place to place, adding weight. Tendencies on repeat and a benefit from a shoe with no lace. Take the seat with the crease in it. I don't mind if it's lonely. I don't mind if it's fair.